So at that moment, he's like, look, man, I'm gonna sit you down. I'm gonna give you the art of repair level rundown of, how to get your channel started, so on and so forth, you know what I'm saying? And what it takes to, do that deal. I see you grab the pencil. If you want me to tell you,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
and he kind of ran through the concept, just, you have general marketing concepts, so on and so forth and everything. And he's just like, look, man, the number one thing is just consistency. You know what I mean? Making sure you're out there, you're doing it, right? Just if you're going to get out there, you have to do it, right? And
Correct.
I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm not going to half it. You know what I'm saying? Because that was my biggest complaint, was I didn't want to half it, you know? And as it stands now, like if you look back at it, it's like I literally spent like 6 months, just researching different YouTube channels, trying to figure crap out. Like, you can learn a lot of stuff from a makeup channel, and you can learn even more from an audio channel. You know what I'm saying? All these things come together. And I'd already done like photography for a long time. I just hadn't done video yet. So there was all these skills, like adjacent skills, that were like sitting there ready to be used. And I'd done sales for a long time. Very, I'm charismatic. I know I can talk to people. I'm very extroverted. You know what I'm saying? So I've got all the different pieces to actually do this puzzle. It was just actually doing it, right? And I had to make that commitment. And I think way back in like, I think it was 2016 when I finally first put the first video out. The channel had been in development for like a year and a half, right? Year and a half, just building everything, learning everything. And here's the crazy part. The whole point of the art of repair was actually just to like let it out. It wasn't actually for like anything other than the fact that I just didn't feel like what I'm doing exists. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was complaining about it because I felt like it was supposed to exist.
Correct.
There wasn't a monetary incentive. I was just like, I'm like raging inside because I want people to know this stuff, and it's making me angry. And so, all this work in my spare time turned into that. And then I started, trying to make a video every week, make 2 videos every week, and I, try to find the work-life balance kind of thing. It was a very interesting time for sure, but it all started probably 2016-ish because my boy was just like, yo, you got to like put up or shut up, man. Be a man or screw back. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't want to hear it anymore. And
Yep. Yep.
that we're here now. So everybody thank John. He's the reason, the rhyme.
Thank you, John, for sure. Because
Yep.
those friends are good to have in life. Those friends that tell you, hey, you have to do it. If you have the capacity to do it, you should do it.
There's
Right?
nobody like John. Nobody like him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. He's a
Everybody
good
needs a
one.
John in their life.
Everybody needs a John. I tell you what,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
is just deserving enough to make you feel like you're not your whole self if you don't do what you're supposed to do authentically. It's
Right. Yeah.
crazy.
And everybody needs that extra push, because sometimes
Yes.
we're comfortable in our whatever we're doing, and we don't want to
Right.
push ourselves for that extra that we know we can do it. Right.
Yes. And that's the
Capable.
thing for me. Like with the channel, if we look at purpose and meaning of the channel, like you'll see the common theme is that I genuinely really want you to succeed, and I care because there's this thing that happens after you have a shop for a while, and there's really just this thing that happens after you become competent after a while, and it's the fear of competition melts away. You know what I mean? And you know what it takes to get to where you're at. You know what I mean? And you know that it's going to take a long time for people to truly get there. And the best thing that you can do to contribute to your community or your industry is try to get people there faster now, right? If you're at the point, really everybody should be teaching. The key to learning, by the way, everybody who's listening, the absolute key to learning phone repair, any kind of skill, number one is teaching the skill as you learn. When you
Correct.
teach,
Correct.
you have
Yep.
to know the material so well that you're going to be able to get that concept across. Now, if
Correct.
you yourself cannot do or make that concept across, you cannot teach that concept, right? So anybody who's able to should teach, but then that's when we start getting into that weird competition stuff, right? So for me, I realized, like I said, that it was just helping people is the ultimate way to do it. It really is. That is the art of repair. The art of repair is there to help and push along, just like John did for me. I want to push that personality trait from him to the rest of the world. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
And, and
It's a
and you get it across your videos. All your videos that I see, they're interesting. I mean, you can take so much information out of it. And I'm not sure if it's just a channel that does the same as you do. I haven't researched that, but your channel is one of the things that I'm like, I was watching your videos and I was like, I wish someone would have told me all of this information like 3 years ago, 4 years
Oh,
ago.
I love it. You know what? You see this, bro? This is
Yeah.
genuine, bro. I'm so happy to hear that. Now, the coolest thing about that is we both have platforms to be able to help people learn this stuff now, right? So we could just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And I think, to be honest, I think my biggest problem, and I learned it ultimately very quickly, is that when you turn my faucet on, it's infinite. You know what I mean? Like, I speak to fill dead space. It is a trait of mine. If you speak to me, I will speak. There will be no, you actually will probably think something is, are you okay, bro? If I'm not speaking, you're going to think something's wrong. So, for me, I realized that if I can just laser focus that for less than 15 minutes, that, like when I watch other channels that have a 5-minute video, I always come away feeling sometimes like, I'm like, what did they talk about? And then like when I speak for 10 minutes, it feels like 2 seconds. And then people watch it and it just clicks. And I just feel like it's like, like I say, when you're channeling that vibration, you boom, just let yourself be yourself for a minute and don't worry about anybody else. Oh, no, we lost it. We lost our battery. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't know if we're still recording. I'm just taking over the interview now. I told you I filled dead space. um, we will give them just a moment to try and come back. I wish I had some sort of like technical difficulties transition. There we go. Beep, we're back.
We're
Yeah,
back.
my boy. And back to my boy.
Yeah, we're back. We're back. So I was watching one of your videos that all of your videos are very, very informational about micro soldering, about how to use your tools, what tools you need. So I was watching this video, you talking about microscope with your brother.
Yeah, my boy. My brother is also a level 3. My whole family does it.
Yeah. So I was watching this video. I was like, wow. You know how many microscope I bought just to get the right one? I bought 3 of them. Oh no, 4 of them. 4 of them just to get to this one.
And
I was like, I wish I would have known. I mean, I wish I would have seen this video.
The crazy thing is, like, if anybody hasn't seen that, go back. It's the shop video at Dang It Repair. You know what I'm saying? I literally, for 20 minutes, you get a first person view from the GoPro right here. And I literally not only go through all of the microscope stuff, which one to get, what to look out for, what to watch out for on big brands, but even how to calibrate them. It's just 20 minutes of me just da 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 da. And I also wish that somebody had told me this stuff. When I got my first microscope, it was, oh, y'all know, it was that little black digital one that you stick up on this. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that piece of crap. That piece of crap. Don't ever buy one of those things, guys. Don't ever buy a digital microscope. No, don't do it. If it's not what I'm talking about, you're goofing up. But anyway, continue. Sorry, man. I cut people off, man. I'm terrible.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's great. And I see all these videos, not just that one, but all of them very informational about tools and how to use them and difference between this and that. And I get like, wow, all this information has to be shared with so many people that ask just this simple question that as we do the work, it became simple. How to grab a tweezers. It just became, I mean, everybody should know, right? But no, at the beginning, we don't know that. We start to learn that in the process.
Recently I started this new, I guess if we talk about the art of repair as like the overall like brand now, you know, we have the different shows, right? The original show is the tips, tricks, techniques, right? And the new show that we're trying to implement, or me, I guess I'm just more than one person because I feel like the thing I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to show up at shops and do this training in person, right? Have you seen any? You saw with my brother, but that wasn't really training. But the deal is going to the repair shops and teaching them for free, right? And you know, these concepts that you're talking about now, that you know, where who thinks to talk about how to hold the tweezers? You know what I mean? Like if everybody's watching, that 90% of the time everybody's holding it like this, when you really, I don't know if you saw my last video, you know what I'm saying, but just holding it like this gives you way more stability. And I'm watching the people that I'm teaching. This is the ultimate for me. I'll be honest, guys, if I come teach you, I am selfishly watching and learning from you as much as I can, because for me to find out what you screw up is the most important thing in the world, for me to be able to help everybody not screw up like that. You know what I mean? Like your screw ups are gold to me. Please. It's hard. It's hard for me. And I realized this recently, it's actually harder for me to think of these concepts than it used to be, because I've conquered a lot of these concepts myself. So I innately do things, right? Like my introverted intuition in this industry is insane, but it's hard for me sometimes to like go back now and think about what I was doing wrong. I need to see other people doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what everybody's doing. You are not everybody's brain. We are still our own person inside. And, you know, you might come across somebody, you know, the first time I saw somebody hold a spoon like this and eat food, it blew my mind. Have you ever seen, like, just watch your friends eat, guys? You know what I mean? Like, you've always got one, and I'm sorry, I know somebody's feeling real attacked right now in the audience. but he's like, crap, it's me.
That's right.
But you hold it like this, and you know there's people who hold it like that. You know, different ways to hold the utensils.
Correct.
But everybody's got their way, and you might come across somebody who's got something extra weird. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Like my main goal of that new series is number one to help, but number two, I need to see what's going on around here. I need to see what's happening.
All right. Yeah, that's for sure. One thing, how do you make your money? How do you, what's your business?
Everybody. I don't know, man. I've been trying to figure that out the whole time. No. So number one, like I said, when I had the shop, clearly, you know, we all make good money doing that. If you run a successful shop, it's easy to make good money. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? But if we're talking about like post China, right? Because when I went to China, I actually didn't do the art of repair. Like I said, the art of repair has been a hobby. This is, I would, if I had a shop, I would still do this for free. You know what I mean? If I had the income from it. It's always just, like I said, part of what I want to give back to the community, because I just love it so dang much. But the art of repair did have to start transitioning slowly over into more of a, like a monetized financial thing. It's something, to be honest, I struggle with in terms of like, not so much, you know, I could easily just take everybody's money. I'm definitely a salesman. For me, you know, it's that authentic balance and duality, you know, between, you know, money and doing something you love, and how much you should balance that out, right? So the art of repair as it stands right now, if we just go ahead and just do the whole like pie in the thing here, where it's all coming from, right, is the art of repair itself, like the videos, all that stuff, that's just is what it is. I don't even turn on monetization. You know what I mean? I usually ask people, hey, you know, and this kind of leads into the other stuff here. Excuse me, my nose is itching a little bit there. I'm always asking people, hey, you know, if you guys actually do want to support the channel, you guys can go buy tools from me. I was able to kind of get together and build over the coronavirus quarantine times. I spent a lot of time working on like a master tool list, which is basically I have touched every tool, every one, all of them. When I was in China, I'm talking about just touch, feel, you know, that's where that intuition comes from, you know, because I'm looking at all this stuff. But I made this list, and, you know, it's my art of repair master list of tools, and it's continually growing. and it's all the tools that are actually good. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
do is I sell those tools. So if we're talking about going anywhere, guys, y'all need to shameless plug, you know what I'm saying? Shop.artof.repair. Y'all head on over there. You know
All
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, for
All
sure.
everything I have used everything on there. It's all been touched by me. You know what I'm saying? It's all
Okay.
got unique descriptions. So, if we're talking about money now, I do make money from that. It is slowly starting to build up. Clearly, it's not some kind of crazy giant thing yet. You know what I'm saying? But I do like to design tools. I like to, I've got a whole plethora of tools that are hopefully coming out over the next couple of years. Really, I've only really been stopped because of financial reasons previously. You know how it goes making new stuff.
Yep.
But now, as my connections and things start to grow, all these new tools are coming out. So all those will be available there. I really would like to transition into like being known as the tool guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I love tools. That would be like one of my passions inside the reparosphere. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
Um, so selling tools, I would say that mm, mostly I'm selling tools to big vendors. Now it's more behind the scenes stuff if we're talking about like bigger stuff, because
All right.
I'm also doing consult work, right? So if basically anybody, oh, excuse me, talking too much, I'm running out of breath. I take how long's the video now? And I don't know. Let's see how long
Like
it
20
takes me to run
minutes.
out of. Yeah, 30 minutes of talking, and it takes me. Give me a second to breathe it.